This is a quick tips adding trim to a microwave and then inserting this into a cabinet as a tool, as an appliance that can insert into a cabinet face. This is a specific request for Nikki Kelly. Thank you for making that request on the Rabbit Design feed on Facebook. Appreciate your contributions to Chief Talk and YouTube channels as well. So here we go. I've got a microwave from the core libraries, and I want to create some trim that goes around this. First of all, I'm going to make a trim profile really quick, and that will just be utilizing a CAD box here. I don't really care how large this CAD box is here because we can always redesignate this once we apply it. So make this profile something like that, and then I can add it to the library. That becomes a molding, and from here I can drop in a CAD box to surround this microwave. And go ahead and convert this to a molding polyline, and it's automatically going to generate using the molding that I just created. Last bit here is just make this be maybe a 1/2 inch by 2.5 inches. I need to remember this 2.5 inch dimension. That'll come into play in just a little. Now we've got our trim around this microwave. Let's take a look at what the microwave looks like. You can see here we've got a little bit of an offset issue. I'm going to go ahead and select this, do my transform replicate. We're going to move this in the Y plane by negative 1/2 inch. In fact, I could do a little bit more than that, maybe negative 9/16. Oh, did it the wrong way, didn't I? So 9/16 this time times 2. How about we do that? There we go. You can also paint this the color of the microwave. Kind of adds a nice little function there. And then let's just grab the two of these together and convert it to a symbol. We're going to convert it to a fixture. And, oh, it looks like we didn't grab the microwave with it. Grab that microwave. This. Convert it to a symbol. And a couple things. In the options panel, we need to make sure that we insert into cabinet front. Next thing we want to do is we want to make sure that we have an offset so that this knows to fully recess here. So sizing of this, you can see here is that depth right there. I want to make sure that that is in my Y offset. But I want to subtract our trim of a 1/2 inch. We are. The last bit here is that you can see here, this is lined up, the symbol is lined up at the bottom of this microwave. I want to change that real quick. And so I'm going to create an offset here as well by that 2.5 inches, which is the profile of that. In fact, it needs to be that negative 2.5. One more thing that I need to do is I want to make sure I'm setting the bounding box of our new item to the bounding box, the existing item, which means I need to copy the width, copy the height, and then with my new item here, I'm going to open this symbol up, get into the sizing panel, and I want to make sure that that width is the same. So here we go, that guy right there, and our height is that same as well. This guy right there. Go ahead and drop a full-size cabinet in here, widen it a little bit. Now, one thing to note with anything that might have a flange where we've modified the bounding box of that component, we are going to have to do a little bit of modification in the cabinet, which is to say there's a separation above and below this appliance that needs to be converted to a blank area and then offset by something larger than the profile of that bounding box offset. I'll change this to a blank area, and I'm going to make this not 2.5 inches, but 2 3/4 of an inch. That makes sure that I clear my new trim detail on this microwave. Of course, hold my C key, concentrically resize, and there we go. Got a brand new microwave unit with a trim kit around it, inserted into a cabinet face. All of its offsets intact, automatically inserted into that the depth of this cut in. There you have it. It's a little overview of the steps. Again, adding our microwave and elevation, drawing out a polyline, converting it to a 3D molding after we've created a molding, and then setting our offsets for that moldings, making sure that we're setting a bounding box on our symbol, and then making sure that we're setting blank areas in this cabinet.